Hi everyone, my name's Collette Mitrega. Welcome to Colette's Temporary Thermi Kitchen. I'm here in my little rental kitchen at the moment while we're waiting for my lovely kitchen to be finished and built, which hopefully will not be too far away. Now tonight I'm making one of my all-time favourite desserts, and listening to your feedback or reading your feedback, I think a lot of you love creme brulee as well. Something, Andrew, I always order when I go out, don't I?
Always.
Absolutely love it. Now, it's a super easy thing to make, and the Thermomix, of course, makes a really great job of it. And I'm sure after today you're all going to be trying it. I hope you're all going to be trying it. So basically, the creme brulee traditionally has those 4 key ingredients, which are cream, sugar, vanilla, and eggs. Now I'm going to just get this vanilla pod ready, and all I'm going to do is just scrape out these seeds. I'm sure you all know how to do this. Just going to whiz this off here, open it up, and just get these all out. Now I always keep my vanilla pods vacuum sealed, so we've all got that little handy Thermomix vacuum sealer now, so it is absolutely perfect to look after them. And then that one's going to be resealed up, and they will last a long time, and we all know how expensive these guys are. So all I need to do with the back of my knife is to basically just scrape all of those lovely seeds out, and we're going to keep all those. Now what we're going to do in the Thermomix is we are going to kick off by infusing some cream in the Thermomix with that vanilla. So I'm going to make 3 lovely creme brulees. You can double this recipe, you can even triple this recipe. And I've got 300 grams of cream, so that's going in. So that's thickened cream, pure cream, and they will all work absolutely beautifully. I haven't tried anything else, so I'm not sure what else might work or might not work. And then into that I am going to be adding in all of these lovely seeds. I want all of those to go in, and I'm also going to add in the actual pod as well. So that's going in there, and then to start that infusion happening, I'm going to go 3 minutes 90 degrees on reverse at speed number 2.
So why take all that stuff out the vanilla pod if you throw the vanilla pod in?
Because it needs to be out, so it's actually going to, all those seeds are what the flavour is, but there's still a lot of flavour in the actual pod, so you always pop the pod in as well. Now you can use vanilla essence, about a teaspoon is great, or vanilla extract, and that works great as well. But of course, you know, you're just going to dissipate that flavour. It's always best to go with the pods, but the pods are a little bit expensive sometimes, but that's okay. So there's another dish out there which is called crème catalane, which is, I guess, a Spanish version of the crème brulee, of course being French. And the main difference is, very, very similar, but the main difference is that the catalane is primarily made of milk, whereas the crème brulee is literally full cream. Catalan sometimes has a bit of a half and half, but they are very similar. So this is now just infusing, and then what I'd normally do if I wasn't doing a live, I would leave that to sit for at least half an hour, maybe up to an hour, just to cool down a little bit, but also to allow that flavour to infuse. Now, while we're waiting, Andrew, some of our favourite creme brulee recipes. Can you remember one of our faves?
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. In fact, one of the ones that I love to do is a chocolate and Ferrero Rocher creme brulee. Now that one, plus one of our other favourites, which you've obviously forgotten, is
maple syrup.
Is the maple and
bourbon.
And that's like a celebratory one. It's great at Christmas time. Now those 2 recipe variations you'll find in my ebook, which will be coming out. It's way overdue, but I'm thinking about December now. I'm being kind to myself.
Which December?
This December. I've decided to wait to move in and then just do the final edit then. So, you know, creme brulee is not just vanilla. There are so many flavour variations. Pineapple, passion fruit, mandarin. You know, you can actually infuse so many flavours into them.
Really? Citrus with milk?
Yeah.
Or cream?
Cream. The mandarin is just beautiful. I love that one too. So start off with the base one, master that, and then start to play and tweak it a little bit. All right, how are we doing? 35 seconds. I managed to talk a fair bit then, didn't I?
Lots of people saying hello, and even got a good morning from the UK.
Oh, good morning. So it'll be about what time in the UK? Oh, probably about 10ish, I reckon. So not as bad as when you join my cook-alongs and you're on at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock. You guys are such good fun.
And Jessica says, I really use my thermo. I need to start.
Jessica, please reach out. Let me know how I can help. Yes, you do. The Thermomix is incredible. You know, at the moment, I'm sure you're all noticing how the price of food is just skyrocketing. A Thermomix will save you a substantial amount of money. And in fact, I'm going to put a post up later on tonight for a webinar that Thermomix are actually going to be doing, and I'd love all of you to actually join that webinar because it's about saving money with the Thermomix. And I've got a little segment on there that I'm chatting to, so I won't see you because it is a webinar, but it's going to be really good. There's going to be amazing tips and tricks, and there's lots of little freebie prizes and stuff like that, so it's definitely one you want to hop onto, so that's going to be good. All right, so that's now gone in there. Now, one of the things which is a bit untraditional, but I do like to add in most of my desserts now, just a nice pinch of salt.
Hi, Izzy.
Hi, Izzy. A nice little pinch of salt. And then I've got about 25 grams of sugar there, so not a huge amount of sugar. That's going in there as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give these a quick mix just to blend them together, and I think probably just 5-7 seconds will be fine on speed 2 on reverse. So all that's doing is just bringing in the sugar and the salt in with that cream and vanilla, so that's fine. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the element that's going to thicken this creme brulee. There's an element responsible for thickening and there's a technique responsible for thickening. This is the element. So what I've got here are 4 eggs, and while the blade is still running, I'm going to drop these eggs in. Now we're just using the yolks, not the whites, it is a bit hot, so I am running dangerously. You know, there is a chance that it could split, but I don't think it will do. As I said, normally I would leave this to just cool down and infuse for at least half an hour. Then what we're going to do, we're going to set the timer on the Thermomix to about, how long? Probably, let's do 20 seconds. 20 seconds will be great. And again, just hitting the reverse blade. The reason why I'm hitting the reverse is we've got the vanilla pods in there and I don't want those being chopped up. And then I'm just going to go at about speed 3 or 2 will be fine.
So you can't eat the vanilla pods?
You can't eat the vanilla pods. They'll be very, very woody. So 1 egg, 1 yolk.
I'm not going to be doing that.
2 yolks.
But that feels good.
Feels really good. And well, best way to actually separate your yolks from the egg. So that is going to be great for pavlova. You can freeze it. So how are you guys at doing meringue in your Thermomix? Have you mastered that yet? Is it something you need a live on? Let me know. All right. So just doing a quick check. I think I need to go about 5 seconds more, and I will post the recipe up for this. And again on reverse. A bit longer. That's just about there. All right, pop this away for now. Pop that away. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do, it's a step often that's missed out, and I think it's such an important step. It hasn't split. It's such an important step when you're making any kind of custard. So this kind of technique, varying quantities, is the same for making your custards. It's or ice creams. But what we need to do is we need to just give that a good sieve. So I'm going to pop this back into here. It doesn't matter, there's a little bit of cream. So you want to get yourself a nice sieve. This is a double lined sieve, so it's really nice and fine. And we're just going to pop that through. And of course that's going to make sure that any lumpy bits from the egg don't get put into our custard mix, and also that the vanilla pods aren't included. So that looks great. Perfect. All right.
So how many servings of this?
This is going to make 3 because there's one for each of us and then one more for me tomorrow. I always do
I was just about to say this is going to be the third argumentative dessert.
All right, so once we've done that, what we then need to do is to get our little dish organised. So we're going to cook these in what's known as a bain-marie, which is basically we pop water in here and we put our little ramekins with the crème brûlée in, and we're going to cook that for about an hour in a very low oven. That's what's going to help that egg to set. I've seen recipes without this technique, and really it's hit and miss. This way always works. So that's the second technique for thickening up your brulees. So what have I got in here? All right, I will just pop these. Now I'm using these because I don't have my nice little flat ramekins. These are probably a little bit taller than what I'd like, but I'm just going to use these 2 for now because that's what I've got. And I have got another one somewhere, and I'm just going to fill these up.
Trust me, if you went down to our garage today, there's about 150 boxes in there, and I swear 120 of those are full of Colette's kitchen stuff.
It's okay, we're allowed. It's my hobby, it's my interest, my love of my life, apart from you. Okay, so that's there, and then all I need to do now is to tip into here some water, and I want to half fill it up the sides of the bowl.
This is going in the oven, is it?
Yeah.
Should the oven be put on already?
It will, but I'm going to pop this in a second into the oven. All right, so halfway up the sides of your ramekins. Perfect. And then we're going to create a nice cozy environment for these to set, and we're going to cover them with some foil.
Cozy environment, what are you going to do? Put them in front of the television?
That's it, that's what you do. That's what you pop into your oven and cook. And the details will be on my recipe sheet. So let's have a look at the finished brulees, because I know you always like to see the finished ones. Wipe that down. So after an hour, they're going to come out.
Oh, you made some, you never told me.
Well, they wouldn't be there, would they?
No.
I mean, when I put the strawberries out, Andrew, that was overflowing.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell me you're going to be using them tonight.
So this is how they come out. And I just
you need to put little signs on them saying, do not touch.
So you can see how beautifully set that is. So I cooked this one this morning, and if I'm entertaining, the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I'll make the brulees, because they want 6 to 8 hours to really set beautifully in the fridge. Now, just to show you,
where's your flame fryer?
Texture, it's packed in the garage, but I'm going to do another technique.
Oh, okay.
So just to show you the texture, you can see, can you see it that close, Andy? Yep. See, it's lovely, and, oh, Andrew. It is just lovely. And you could quite happily eat these just like this now.
I tell you what, years ago we used to buy these from the shop because we love them, and they always taste a little bit plasticky, a little bit imitation, false. These are just beautiful.
And such a fraction of the cost. I mean, we were at the Montrachet and we paid an extortionate amount. I think it was something like
$30.
Yep. And it was delicious. So is this, So you're doing really restaurant quality meals in your Thermomix. And how easy was that to make? So when it comes out of the oven, it's going to be just a bit wibbly wobbly. All right. It's going to be set. If you put your finger on, it's going to be a bit set, but you will leave a little indentation. The middle of it will be a little bit wibbly, and that's okay. Leave it for 5 minutes, then take it out and pop them in the fridge. Don't cover them up. And the reason you don't want to cover them up is that the condensation is going to hit the top of the plastic and drop back on top, and we don't want to dissipate this flavour in any way. So once you've done that and they've cooled down nicely, just before you're serving, so you can do these a couple of hours ahead of time. So if your guests are arriving, you can actually sugar them up. So listen here.
Oh, you did that without the flame fryer?
I did. So I was very naughty because I took this out to put the sugar on, and I started to eat it. So there's a big gap down there in the middle, which is not good when you're actually doing the sugar on. So you want to be a good, generous teaspoon of sugar, and caster sugar always melts beautifully. You know, you can do your raw sugar, etc., but caster sugar is really good. So you want to make sure that it's all covered. Now today, because of my little torch is in the garage,
flamethrower,
I pop them under the grill.
Ah, okay.
Now, the danger with doing that, you can do it, but what you need to do is you need to whack that heat up to the highest you can get, preheat it, and so it's super hot. Then you put these in and just check that they're kind of under a ring, so they're nice and hot.
Where did you get those terracotta bowls from?
I'll tell you in 1 second. So once you've done that, it will take about 3 minutes. You've got to watch it, okay? And then you can pull them out. Now the thing that you'll notice is that once you pull them out, they're going to be soft. The custard has been exposed to heat for at least 3 minutes versus the heat gun, a couple of seconds. So with the heat gun, you can do them just before you serve. Under the grill, you need to pop them back in the fridge, and you can do that for up to 2 hours. This was done about an hour and a half ago. So still nice and crunchy.
Do you think they're better with the oven or with the flamethrower?
Both the same.
But I like it when we've got company and you serve them up and you use the flamethrower on the table. That looks good.
It's always part of the thing. So where did I get these from? Well, Woolworths have this as a dip, and I started last year. They're really nice dips, and I started buying them. They're not hugely expensive, and much prefer dips in the Thermomix because they are amazing. But I wanted these little containers. So I bought the dips to get the containers, and I think I've got about 12 of them. And they're also perfect for cooking little Christmas puddings.
Oh, these are those, the blue cheese dips.
That's it. We had the blue cheese.
Actually, that's quite nice.
Yeah, we must get them again because I need some more. So just to dress this up, you know, you can do this in a whole number of ways. Let me just try this in here first.
Good shake, good shake.
Oh, no.
That's good.
So, you know, you can put a little cream, you can pipe a little cream on it, but I love my cream, absolutely love my cream. And then, of course, dressing it up with a little few strawberries. And then just to finish off with...
Why don't you take the green bits off?
No, it's okay, you can do, but the green is nice, a little bit of mint. So, creme brulees. That's not going to last long, are just absolutely delicious.
What's the sugar for?
You can put some flaked almonds on there. This was just to show everybody, basically, you can, you know, you just sprinkle it on top.
Okay.
You'll need at least a teaspoon per brulee.
What sort of sugar?
This is just, again, caster sugar is the one you want to use. It melts beautifully, really, really nice. And I think that's it. Any questions? Have I missed anything out?
No.
All good? Excellent. So please have a go. I'll get the recipe card printed up tonight. It'll be there for you tomorrow. You'll have to wait for the ebook for the maple and bourbon and the Ferrero Rocher chocolate creme brulee. But you can definitely start making these, and I know you're going to love them.
Can you do a Bailey's
really
version?
Easy. I haven't done one yet, but yeah, that would be easy.
I'm surprised you haven't yet.
I know. Probably because I drink it all so quickly.
Do you know what, my theory is that the sign of good food is when you eat it, you enjoy it, the flavours, etc. But when that flavour lingers, you know, for many minutes after. I mean, I had that sample of that creme brulee a few minutes ago. I was just sitting there, and my mouth is saying to my brain, "You've got to eat more," because it's just it is so flavoured. And conversely, it's the same with bad food. You taste it and think, "Oh no," and then that bad taste just lingers with you as well. So these are just super. Look, you guys have got to make this because it just tastes superb, fresh, creamy. So vanilla essence there, lovely.
Gosh, Andrew, you have become such a good food critic.
Well, no, I only say that when it's good, you know me.
He also tells me when it's bad.
I do
have flops as well. I don't take that criticism very well, though. Okay, so just tell me in the chat if you are not really confident with turning your egg whites into meringue and you want a few tips and tricks on this. I have done this in the past, but it's probably been a year, 2 years ago, and I can certainly do something and tell you about those. But don't forget, don't throw them out. You can freeze them, and they'll turn into a beautiful.
Particularly as we get closer to Christmas.
Exactly.
Well, that'd be a good idea. What do people want you to cook as examples for Christmas food?
Once I move into my new home, we are going to get Christmas mad. There's going to be so many things that we're going to be doing because I believe Christmas gifts from the kitchen are the very best. Anyhow, so that's enough for us tonight. Thank you so much for hopping on and joining me. That recipe will be up there tomorrow for you, and I will speak to you real soon. Thanks everybody. Bye for now.
There we go.
You want some of this one?
Yeah, I want some of that with the
Oh, listen to that
crispy.
crack. Yum.
Cream.
There you go. Oh, crack, crack, crack.
And that's gone from brilliant to orgasmic. That is so good. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yum.